Hello and welcome to this short yoga practice, gentle yoga, to help move stuckness. So if you are feeling any stickiness or stuckness within your body, within your heart, within your breath, within your mind, this short practice was created for you in mind with that intention. So I will invite you to come to your mat. Come to a seated shape, closing down the eyes if that feels safe for you, or let the eyelids get heavy, soften the gaze, and begin to release your awareness or your connection to the sounds outside of the room and journeying inwards. So beginning by scanning your body from the crown of your head down to your toes, mining for areas where you may feel stuck, sticky, dense, heavy. Noting where those areas are within your being. Breathing into that or those areas. And from here, acknowledging your breath, noting the quality, texture, rhythm, not trying to change your breath at all, but just being aware. Is there anything to note within your breath? Is there an ease, a gentleness, a choppiness? Is there some stickiness within your breath? Just witnessing. And we'll take 3 breaths together. Inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth. Maybe sighing it out. 2 more. Last one. From here, we're going to inhale, roll those shoulders up and back, shining the heart through for seated cow. Exhale to round the shoulders inwards, navel to spine, coming in for seated cat, inviting the shoulder blades to gently pull away from the spine. Inhale to roll the shoulders up and back, open up through the heart space. Exhale, round inward. So just working through some really gentle seated cat-cows, tuning into the spine, the shoulders, the neck, the head, noticing if there is some tension hanging around in those areas as you begin to move. 2 more breaths. And we'll come to a neutral spine, come to seated, and we will work with some soupy grind. So just starting to make some gentle circles with the torso, rooting down through your sit bones, leading with the heart. Doesn't matter if your circles are more oval or octagon shape. Maybe you want to let the head hang and the neck be loose in your rotations. Or maybe the neck wants to be in an alignment with the spine. Either way, that is perfectly fine. Maybe you want to move in a more fluid fashion instead of linear. Get gooey. And we'll switch directions if you haven't done so already. Exhaling it out, moving that stickiness that you are shaking up with the breath. And slowing down your rotations till you come to stillness. From here, we'll come into a seated bound angle. So soles of the feet together, knees fall outwards, Baddha Konasana. And from here, lengthen through the spine. Maybe you're holding onto the ankles, your lower legs, your knees, or the earth. Just checking in with the hips. Noticing with this opening shape how it lands in your hips. And from here, we're going to move some of that stickiness that you might be feeling by just moving the knees up and down. So essentially, it's like we have wings, the butterfly wings, and we're just flapping the wings. So shaking things up, moving energy. Maybe your breath moves with the shaking or the movement. Maybe your breath is steadier, slower, that's fine too. Go with the pace that feels good for you. Maybe one leg moves at a time or both. Moving energy to the hips. Coming to stillness, what you will do is bend into the knees. Let's send the left leg long in front of us. Bend into the right knee. The right foot will come on the inside or cross over to the outside of that left leg. Inhale to lengthen through the spine. And as you exhale, you're going to rotate the torso towards the bent knee. So towards that right leg, hooking that knee. Right arm comes back behind you for a seated twist. Half Lord of the Fishes, Adho Matsyendrasana. Now you can bring that left elbow to the outside of the right knee, palm facing upwards. That's a deeper twist. Keep that left leg engaged by flexing the foot. So bring those toes towards your shin. Keep the engagement. We're pulling, we're moving energy, twisting out any stickiness that might be within the abdomen, within the thoracic spine. And as you exhale, gently come out of your twist. Keep that left knee bent. Release that, keep the right knee bent. Keep the left leg bent as well. And we're going to come into a deer twist. So creating almost like a Z shape with the legs. Inhale to lengthen. As you exhale, twist over towards the right and lower down. You can lower down onto a bolster or some blocks if that serves you. So a counter twist. Creating a compression to that right hip. Inhale to come out of that twist. Keep the knees bent. We're going to windshield wiper the legs. So soles of the feet onto the mat and just allow for the legs to fall, the knees to fall side to side. So we're just moving that energy. And then we will do the other side. So from here, we're going to lengthen through the right knee this time, bend into the left knee. That left foot crosses over the right leg or comes onto the inside. Inhale to lengthen through the spine. As you exhale, twist towards the bent knee. So twist towards that left knee, hooking right elbow to left knee, potentially right elbow to the outside of the left knee. I'm facing upwards. That left hand comes back behind you to help you in your twist. Keep that right leg engaged, flex the foot, wringing things out, removing energy. We've got this. And with your next exhale, coming out of the twist, keep that left knee bent, bend into the right. And once again, creating that Z shape. And we're going to come into deer twist. So inhale to lengthen, exhale, rotate towards the left and lower down, a counter twist. You might feel this in this twist, some opening, some stretch to the quadricep muscles. Breathe into your sensations. And with your next in-breath, come out of your twist. Once again, soles of the feet to the mat. Let's windshield wiper the legs. From here, let's come to stillness and rotate or move our body onto hands and knees, I should say, however you need to get there. Tabletop. And from your tabletop pose, we're going to thread the needle. So just open up the shoulders here. So let's root down through that right hand, sweep left arm out to the left and reach it up towards the sky. And exhale, thread it through. Inhale to open up. Exhale to thread it through. 2 more. Last one. And we're going to leave that left arm on the mat. We're going to push into the outside of the left arm, deepening the twist, deepening that opening. And from here, inhale to come out of your thread the needle into a child's pose. Take a moment to exhale, to breathe. And with your next in-breath, let's come onto hands and knees. Let's thread the needle to the other side. So root down through the left hand, sweep right arm out to the right. Inhale, exhale, thread it through. Inhale to open up. Exhale to thread it through. 2 more. Last one. And we're going to remain in our thread the needle shape. So leaving that right arm out on the mat, pushing the outside of the right arm into the earth to deepen the sensation. And from here, onto hands and knees. Child's pose for 1 breath. And we're going to transition to downward facing dog briefly. And when you're in your downward facing dog, bend your knees as much as you need to. I want you to picture any stickiness that you have been moving in your body. Picture it being released through the crown of your head, through this inversion, and into the earth to be transmuted. So picture anything that isn't serving you being dumped out into the earth. From here, and come down hands and knees, come down to your seat, and let's transition to happy baby. So coming down onto our back, soles of the feet towards the sky, and let's invite a gentle rocking side to side, massaging that lower back. So maybe you're holding onto your big toe, maybe you're holding onto the soles of the feet, maybe you're holding on to the back of the thighs. You can use a strap here too if that serves you. fear is stored, is the emotion that's stored in the kidneys. So as you're massaging, maybe picture squeezing out any fear that you may be experiencing from the kidneys so that it may be released. And from here, we will transition to a Shavasana, but a modified version. It's a combination of supported fish and bound angle. Now, you are welcome to remain in this shape for your Shavasana, or you can transition on your own into a more traditional Shavasana shape. So, if you have your bolster close by, it will catch your upper body. Maybe you have a blanket to place behind the head if that feels supportive for you. If you need a little bit more opening through the neck, maybe you don't use a blanket. Let's bring the soles of the feet together, knees fall outward, lower down onto your bolster. If you find there's a pinching to the lower back, move your bolster away from you. So the more space you have between your sacrum and your bolster, the more comfortable it may be for you, especially if you have a lot of tightness to your back. And then we're going to angle the blocks, one on each leg to support our femur bones. And then allow for the arms to come alongside your body. Let your heart shine through and invite yourself to stillness here. Soften the armor around the heart. Let yourself be. If you are comfortable, please remain in this shape. But if you are looking for a more traditional Shavasana, please transition to that. And as we close the practice, we'll invite you to remain in this shape as long as you possibly can. I'll offer up a quote by Barbara Corrigan. She says that when you feel stuck and can't seem to move ahead, always remember that you don't have to get it right. You just have to get it going. And that's exactly what you did by joining this practice today. So I'm going to bring my palms to my heart space with a gentle bow inwards, offering my gratitude to you for taking the time to join me, to practice, to move whatever you needed to move, to take the time for you. You could have been anywhere else in the world, but you chose to be here in this moment. And I am so profoundly honored and privileged to have led this practice for you. Thank you for joining. Wishing you a beautiful day, evening, and night. Namaste.